And here it is, all finished. RC Fun Club's Hobao VTE version 2 speed truck thing. I think it's pretty special. So, here at RC Fun Club, we've been discussing crawlers quite a lot recently and decided we need to get in on the action. So, look what I've bought. Yes, the Hobao Extreme VTE2 version 2 with a Hobby 4990 ESC and motor, a Dumbo RC controller, a JX servo, and a Delta plastic NASCAR body for it. This is gonna be epic. Right, so let's have a good look at what we got in here. Some instructions. Feels like there's something in there, probably an aerial tube. A bag of some sort of parts. You've got a floating rear deck there, and the car or chassis. They've got a nice thick aluminium. I don't know if it's 7075 Ali. All marked there. Hobao VTE version 2. Got a carbon fibre support there between the front and rear diff mounts. Some nice aluminium at the front for the steering servo. Pillar ball on the front. Some short on-road shock absorbers, which are quite stiff. They're quite thick. The diff, now, I think it feels pretty good, but you will note there is no centre diff on this. It is fixed front to rear, which will make tuning it a little tricky, I think. But the wheelbase might help with that. At the rear, yes, you have this. I'm going to fit them on. It is a floating rear deck. So the body is supposed to rise with the rear suspension to stop that digging in. Got these sides on the chassis that you can extend further out to fit the body on. Battery packs either side. It is a real quality piece of kit, this. Super wide. Going to be able to run 8S in this easy. I know some people run 12s. So let's have a little look at what we've got in this bag. Right, oh, more battery straps. Obviously don't want them falling out. A motor mount for up to a 50mm motor. Oh, there were some nice little foam pieces there for the body. What have we got in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Allen keys. All the size you need. That's how big that is. I wonder what that's for. And the rear deck. So let's see about getting that fitted. Of course, this is in carbon fibre as well. This is going to be awesome. And that is a work of art in itself. But yeah, that is obviously going to fit on there. So yes, we're going to have to undo these. So let's get this on there. So that is that on there. And that is that. But as it goes up bumps, it lifts the body. How nice is that? What a cracking little idea that is. Now, the servo. I have this EcoBoost servo. I don't know how many kilos it is. 36 kilo on 7.4 volts. Oh, have I got to feed this? Oh. Oh. Does that go straight into the receiver box? Let's get this open. Look at that, that's enormous. Well, this is far more awkward than I had predicted. Oh. Oh. Oh, so you can turn that around, I guess. Decide which side you want to put it. Nice enough little touch, I guess. Ha! Out. Nice little rubber grommet goes in there to waterproof that. What a snug fit that is in there. Servo in. Now, I'm not going to, how tight or loose? Oh, that's quite loose, that's not so bad. I haven't got anything that centres the servo, so I just use the receiver when I plug it in to get a central point. And speaking of receivers, let's have a look at the controller we got. And here it is, my Dumbo RC. The instruction book. Quite popular. Feels top quality. All sorts of controls and parameters. You can program up to 10 cars into this. So that'll make it handy for me. All sorts of winch controls and four-wheel steering modes you can input this, which will be great for when we get the crawler, because I know I teased you at the start of this video. When we hit 500 subscribers on here, I know the crawler I'm going to get. So we will be getting one. A 6-channel receiver there, built-in gyro. So let's get that in the car. In fact, while I'm here, let's have a little look at the motor I'm going to be putting in here. It's an easy run combo from Hobby Wing with a 200 amp Max 6 ESC, the 4990 motor, 1650 kV, 8S cable system. Not the biggest thing you can get in the car, but I think for what I plan on doing with it, it should be enough. Aha. Here we have the ESC. 2 X390 connectors already fitted. Haha! So there is that. Awesome. We got some tape. I think I'm going to need that. And the motor here. As I say, not the biggest item you can fit in. I was thinking about going with the 5690 like I have in the XRT, but I wanted a few more revs, which this gives us. The biggest 5690 motor you can get only does 1100 kV. This is 1650, which I think will be ample. And here it is with everything all installed. Got the Max 6 up there, that 4990 Hobby Wing motor there. We've got 1-to-1 gearing, both 34 teeth there. A little servo tucked away in there. and the rest of the chassis just looking stunning. Can't wait to get this little thing out, although it's not so little. And now let's drop that NASCAR truck body on there and see how much of a mess I can make of the paint. And here it is, all finished. RC Fun Club's Hobao VTE version 2 speed truck thing. I think it's pretty special. So, why have I got this car you see behind me here? Well, if you've been keeping up with the channel, you'll notice I've been trying to make a little drift car out of a 10th scale short course truck, just as a bit of stress relief when I finish work of a weekend. It hasn't gone very well, but I did enjoy it nonetheless. So wanted an on-road sort of drift car speed basher type thing. And I know the armour infraction is probably about the best at it. But I didn't want an armour infraction. I do love the look of it, and I know this has got a few little quirks I still need to iron out. The rear's a little bit high, but I thought I might be able to make something as good, if not better than the armour, for the same price or cheaper. Well, I can tell you on one of those counts, I've failed already. The recommended retail price for an armour infraction in the UK is, near as damn it, £800, which is about, as I look down there, $1,080-ish. I know, a lot more than you have to pay for them in the US. Thank taxes and import duty and all of the joys we have here in the UK for that. This has come in all in with the chassis, the motor, the wheels, the controller, the servo, the body, the paint. £845, which is about $1,150. So there's about $70 difference between having this and an armour infraction. Whether it'll beat the speed, whether it'll be as good a basher, I don't know, but we are going to find out. So stay tuned for the next video when I get this out to see if you can beat some of the numbers from the armour infraction. The key ones being, well, the armour's 6S, this can run 8S. The armour can do 80 mile an hour, plus it says on the box, and I know it'll do that, I've seen enough videos. We're going to see if this can match or beat that sort of number. The armour also has a handbrake. This hasn't got one of those, so it falls short on that. The armour's a 7th scale. This is 7th scale. The armour has telemetry, so you can tell how hot the motor and everything's going. This has got the same courtesy of its Hobby Wing Max 6 system. And the armour is a brilliant drift car. Again, next video we'll see whether this is or not. So thank you very much for watching. Do stay tuned, keep an eye out for the next video when we take this out and see whether it's actually any good. Oh, and when we hit 500 subscribers, I promise we're going to get that crawler.